Good morning, ladies. It's your number one fan. I believe in all of you guys. So I'm going to jump on here really quick before I start my day. I want you guys to prepare your forms as if a client is going to book you today. Make sure you get your forms ready. Put your email, your primary mode of contact. Get that stuff handled. If you are going to do one-on-one and it's not going to be a long-term coaching client, say like anything over 30 days, I generally don't do a contract per se, but in the administration forms on the coaching tools page, there is some sample contracts, there's invoice samples, there are code of ethics, things like that. You want to make sure you get those forms together. As far as your code of ethics and even in your contracts that you see, make sure you put a disclaimer in there that you are not offering therapy and you're not social working folks. Put that in all your writing, the forms that your clients are going to be reading. Okay? So get them ready. Figure out right now, today, what is the primary mode of contact when I'm referring clients? I have sent some of you guys some clients this week. I'm going to push you guys out there because if I don't, you're going to overanalyze, overthink. You won't make this money up out here if you're waiting on the proper websites and all of the stuff that kind of keeps us limited. So get your forms ready. Make sure you're posting what is the primary mode of contact. What are your office hours? So this way, when I'm shooting you guys referrals, you are ready to go. I'm going to be doing a whole training on how to onboard a client. What are the things that you need to pull out? So I want you to really, really be focused on the fact that the train is moving quick. And a lot of times you learn best when you just pushed out there. Because remember, you guys are coaching anyway. Don't overcomplicate this. People want to feel like you truly care about them, which you do. They want to know that they're going to be feeling better having been in your presence, which they will. And so when you start thinking about, oh my God, oh my gosh, that's natural, but we're going to get through it. Okay? At some point, I will be, when you guys are meeting, I see you guys are networking, make sure I'm going to put the WhatsApp link, my WhatsApp ID. Make sure you guys all get a WhatsApp. That's a really good way, like Victoria suggested, that you guys stay connected, accountable. There's no reason why you guys should not be out there going live together. If you're not a live person, download Anchor, ANCHOR.com. Make you a free podcast account and podcast. Sometimes I'm in my car. I'll just do a quick podcast on whatever it's going to be. So I typically kind of guide my days and my months according to an overarching theme. I gave you guys the calendar, the National Awareness Calendar link. Go through there and see if something pulls out for your audience, right? Because we're coming out the gate connecting, building rapport. We're not coming out the gate selling to people. So I want you to think about your ideal client. What is his or her pain point? What do they want to feel better? What are some of the complaints that you're seeing at work? What are some of the complaints you see people like ragging about online? And so you're going to bring a solution to that problem and you want to give it to them for free. So one of the things I've noticed to be effective with me, because I serve overextended and burnt out social workers, the one thing I know about my clientele is that you guys don't want another piece of paper to read. You guys thrive on community engagement. You prefer to be kicking it with me live and talking and conversing, problem solving, and coming all the way up. I know that because I am you and you are me or whatever. So what do you know about your client? Are they Twitter people, which means those are like the research type people? They love, love, love to read. Are they Instagram people where they're more visual and creative? They just love to see pretty stuff that makes sense to them and then they buy. Are they community based? Are they really, really those people that need community? Like they want to be in a Facebook group where every day they get off work or on their lunch or for breakfast, they can't wait to log in to get inspired. They could be a combination of all, but I want you to stick to two different platforms that you can kind of test out and you go out there and you ask people while you're at work today. I want you to survey some people. Say, hey, you know what? I'm getting into coaching. I am a coach in training, and I'm looking to put out some, some workshops or some webinars. What are some topics you think would be helpful for people right now during the pandemic, if you don't mind sharing? People love to share. And you got to be careful at work, of course, because I'm not big on letting people know. As you know, I've been coming in here on this travel social work assignment. I typically come early. The night shift is leaving when I come. I'm in this small break room by myself. So I usually take that time out. I start my morning with the word. I'm going to encourage you to do the same. I will also be putting in some spiritual inspiration. And for those of you guys who connect spiritually, that will be a good suggestion, or meditative, whatever you roll with. I am also going to encourage you. The Self-Care Lounge have over 600 people in it next door. The Self-Care Lounge is next door on social media. There is 600 the last I checked, or more. The the email list is pretty active. I need you guys to dominate that page. Your ideal client is hiding up in there. I can't reach them all. So every day, every week, you need to be over there playing in the playground. Offer them something free. Practice. Get up in there. Coordinate. Put in the study hall. Hey, I'm going to be going live at 12 over there today. Who's going to do Wednesdays? Who's going to do Thursdays? I'm going to be posting stuff on this and that. Use that to your advantage, because my goal is to get social workers in one place, those who are leaders, life coaches, mixed with those that are not necessarily wanting to be a life coach, but they need personal development. It's a good match. So I have the folks there. It's your job to go over there and connect with them. Build that authentic rapport. Get down in the DMs and really figure out your connection. And as you're building that know, like, and trust, you can then invite them to your master class. You can then invite them to what you got going on before the holidays. I also have an opportunity for you guys to co-facilitate. Some of you guys that think that you're going to get to the level that God has for you, and you think you're going to get there being comfortable, that's not how this works. If I can do something uncomfortable and I continue to do it, sometimes I procrastinate for things I'm uncomfortable with. That's a part of life, but we just don't get stuck there. Your destiny and your highest vibration is embedded in your willingness and openness to do things when you're afraid and uncertain. And some of you guys are really starting to see the fruits of your labor, because you're starting to say, all this perfectionism that's going on with me, I'm being challenged, I'm growing through it. And that's a win. Remember, we celebrate wins over here. All right? So make sure that you have your system, your paperwork in place, so when you bring them on board, you have it already. You're not scrounging around. Because if y'all don't know by now, when people come and they, request services, I'm always on the phone. I get clients. I have a service called Ask the Social Worker, which is $99 for like 40 minutes. And part of my paperwork, my links, I don't guarantee any type of solution to anything, because I'm just not that powerful, okay? But they do know, if I can serve them, I will, as a result of that call. If I don't have the tools in my tool belt, I will look for them minimally for that price point, because I'm not going to be stressing out looking for answers for them on a deeper level for no $99. I'm just not going to do it, and you're not going to do it. So what I do is I think about you guys. I have countless clients, and I have in my tool belt what you guys do, or even if you're involving in trying to clarify it, I go in my tool belt, I say, hey, here's the contact for Nicole. Here's the contact for Keena and Keisha. Here's a contact for Kim and Michelle. Here's a contact for Shelly or Imani. Here's a contact for Nikita. Those are the examples of what I do when I'm leveraging the skills of other people, and you're leveraging the skills that I have to triage people and then send them out to you guys for the right services that they need. Be gentle with yourself, because you naturally do it. Don't really look at it like you're a professor at the college. needing to have the syllabi, mainly you want to be able to listen to them and redirect them because your time is everything. The call I had yesterday, it was a 20-minute call for $19.99. The service is a Resource Queen service, which is a text-only service. For $19.99, you can ask me one question, and I will get that answer to you if I have it within 48 hours via text. It's all written out. You don't get live access to me for no $19.99. Because what I said to you guys before, some people can find out and research the same thing that I take out my time to go on my tool belt to give it to them. But because they want me to give it to them and find it for them, which is no problem, it got to be a win-win. Now, I took the step because somebody from a warm network referred her to me. And she was saying, well, you know what? I realized that after I paid, I just really feel like I need to talk to you. Trying to get this explained through a text and just a resource alone, I just don't know if that's going to, meet my need. And so I told her, you know what? And this is all through communication via email. No live talking, no texting. Set that boundary about your texting, especially if you're still using your personal phone or something like that. So I made the decision as a business owner based on her situation that, yeah, I'm going to give you a call and I'm not going to charge you extra. And not because, she's going to send me other referrals. Not because, okay, if I do this, she'll give me 500, 300 more clients. It is because in my soul, I felt it was the right thing to do with no strings attached. And guess what? You get to make that decision as a boss, as an owner, right? And so I was off the phone with her. I brought up another coach that will be more suitable for her. And let me tell you how the call went. The call went like this. Hi, thank you. I'm just going to do it real quick because then I got to go. So the call goes a little bit like, okay, thank you for reaching out. I see on your questionnaire that these are some things you want to accomplish on the call. Is that still, accurate? Does that sound accurate? And they say yes. And I say, this call is going to be 20 minutes. And let me just tell you how you can best maximize our time together. Okay? Does that sound okay? And she goes, yes. You always ask people permission, right? And so I say, typically people get on the phone. They're, having a little tough time. And they naturally want to go into the storytelling of what's going on. In order for you to maximize our 20 minutes on this call, it's going to be very important for you to get down to, what is the actual problem and what is the takeaway that you want to get from this call. I'm not going to discourage you from going down the storytelling part of it because it's very important. I do know that that's important to you. Based on what I see that you wrote, it sounds like this is a very difficult time. And I want to give you a pat on the back for even reaching out because typically women tend to hold things in. And if you were raised with like the strong woman mentality, girl, you finna hide all that stuff for years to come, okay? So I get that praise in. I get how we're going to do this. And then part of how we're going to do this is, my goal on this call is to be actively listening to your needs, kind of go in my tool belt to see what other services that I have that can best suit your needs. You notice that I did not make this 20-minute call about an actual service. This is just a warm meet and greet. I'm not going to go heavy into solutions with 20 minutes because I'm real big on when I give you a resource, I want to give you the tools to exercise it with a little bit of follow-up to see if you followed up with it or have any remaining questions. So that call for this example, it does not, it's not heavy on giving the person all this stuff because otherwise they wouldn't have a need to come and get more services from you. So always ask permission and always let them know at the end. We'll see if we're a good fit. And from there, we can go forward. Does that sound good? Yes or no? Most of the time, they're going to say yes. And so I move forward and say, people hire me to get in their business so they can take care of their business. So on this call, if I see you drifting off and we're winding down, do I have your permission to redirect that?
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It's just a recording. Oh, you could be in here.
Oh, no, I'm just getting this.
Okay. And so,
Are they allowed to have the spray bottle though?
and so what happens is when you put them in a leadership role of their life and you're not coming off as a professional, you're not coming off as dominating their situation. Because remember, coaching is helping people find a solution. And part of empowering people is to get them to run the tape on what they need and guiding them home how to answer their stuff. It sounds a little bit therapish, but it's not, because therapy is rooted in trauma and require some processing. Coaching is straight up goal driven. You want to lose weight? Here's your health coach. Here's the regimen. This is how we're going to get you there. We're going to measure the outcomes and we're done. You want to reclaim your sexy after divorce? Here's a relationship coach. This is how we do the steps. This is how you support it. At the end, this is how we measure, and we're done. Repeat, repeat, repeat. And so that's how you really take control of the process of the call. You always start off at the beginning on what they can expect on the call, what the goal of the call is, and that, my friend, you put your timer on your phone and you stick to it, and always have at least 2 services at the end of the call, if applicable, that you send them to. That's what we call a funnel, a pipeline. And that, my friend, you will be amazed. You probably won't be amazed because you've probably seen this, but most people get so excited because they've been on that call and that you listened to them. You weren't selling to them. You were fully present to them, and they always can't wait to take that next step with you, because you're coming from a space of being authentic. You're not trying to win one over. You're not trying to capitalize on the vulnerability of people, and people feel that. I have to go to a team meeting, but I'll be back to check in on you. Make sure when you're done with your admin forms, and I'm sorry but not sorry, I'm teaching you guys to do the admin forms, because at some point you won't have any paper forms. I'm telling you, you're going to be all digital. But when you can learn how to do old school with what you have and keep your outgoing expenses down, then you can do anything, right? So I just want you to get familiar too, because when you start doing your digital forms, meaning kind of like you guys came into my situation, you will already know how to, you'll know what pertinent information that you need to collect for your client. There's a lot of tools out there, guys. So you're going to see me start to post a few objectives and checklists in here so you can start knocking them out. The biggest thing to your success is get in the business of researching. I found some software last night where you can literally make your coaching notes and your invoice all in one. I'll post that in here. But remember, it is not my job to spoon feed you guys. It's my job to show you how to go find stuff that you need. Don't ever wait on me. I might be closing some deals around the corner and all up on the phone and stuff, and you waiting on me. Don't ever wait on one way to feed you. Of course, I got a purse full of tools, but in the event that I'm not available because I'm not like married to you at the hip or joined at the hip, you get out there and you get it done. You put your questions in study hall because that helps the other people, so I'm not repeating myself individually. But for my gold folks, y'all know when we get on the phone for your monthly mastermind with me, you know my goal is to record that so you can be present in our session and we can go ahead and send you the link so you can replay it. Okay? But other than that, as you're finding out different things, go ahead and share them with your study hall peers. The other thing I had already told you, but I'll repeat, make a junk email. That means a spammy email that you're going to sign up for stuff. Because like some of the scheduling tools have a free trial. Honeybooks. Somebody say Honeybooks. Honeybooks. I want you to make a free account and test it out. And I'm going to give you some other check sheets of things I want you to check out. But Honeybooks is your scheduling tool. I think it's 14-day trial. Do not get your credit card hijacked on some of them. Use your Cash App card to do what you got to do. I'll see you guys soon.